Well, tonight we are seeing for the first time video of TJ Lane's interrogation after the Chardon High School shooting. A judge will now decide whether a jury will ever get to see this in court. Lane was in court today, his lawyer arguing that those tapes and signed statements should be allowed during his trial.
News Channel 5's Paul Kiska was there and he joins us now live. Paul?
Well, family members of the victims were in that courtroom today, side by side, sitting right next to TJ Lane's grandparents. Now, together, they all watched a videotaped interrogation of TJ Lane on the day of those shootings, the shooting spree. TJ Lane's defense attorney said Lane wasn't read his Miranda rights enough that day and that he was pressured into making statements. TJ Lane was sitting in the back of a Geauga County Sheriff's car after being arrested February 27th. Deputy John Bilisic read Lane his Miranda rights. Later, Lane is seen signing an alleged confession at the Geauga County Sheriff's Department. Defense attorney Mark Devin said today Lane's verbal and signed statement should be tossed out because Lane wasn't read his Miranda rights again during a 4-hour interrogation and was pressured into confessing, he said.
You would realize those Miranda rights still apply?
Yes. Lane is first seen wearing a shirt with the word killer printed across the front. Later, after given a change of clothes by detectives, Lane is seen signing his statement. He's asked if he understands he doesn't have to talk to detectives. He says he wants to.
You don't even have to talk to us if you don't want to. I want to.
Lane's attorney is arguing that police were dealing with a teenager who had a mental illness and heard voices as a child. Lane told deputies after being arrested it had nothing to do with drugs, girls, or bullying. Lane's attorney reminded the deputy who arrested Lane that Lane repeatedly said he didn't know why he shot the students.
And he said, I shot people, correct?
Yes.
And you asked why, correct?
Correct.
And he said, I don't know, correct?
That's correct.
Judge David Fury will make a ruling on whether to throw out that confession within 10 days. Lane, who has entered an insanity plea, faces life in prison if convicted.
You know, in terms of when or how often the Miranda rights were read to TJ Lane, you say that there is some method to this in their training.
That's correct. The defense attorney for TJ Lane brought that up today. He said they're trained. They have to read the Miranda rights when they first arrest someone. After that, you just remind them that they had their Miranda rights read to them. You don't want to read them over and over because you continually give them an opportunity to say, you know what, I do want my attorney present, and then you don't get information. That's what the defense attorney is claiming.
All right. Okay, Paul, thank you.
Okay.